And with these teams, Brett, we have a couple of the deepest rosters in the NBA, and not many coaches can go as far down the bench as these two.
Well, a major advantage if you have multiple guys that you have tremendous confidence in to go out there and be switchable, be able to pass, move, and initiate the offense. That's a luxury for a lot of coaches to be able to adapt that way.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. Now, here is Morris. And Wall. Here we go now.
And still possesses that blinding quickness. Wall, terrific at reading defenses and angles and just knifing himself inside.
Morant kicks to Bain. Back to Morant. Feeds it to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Adams, no hesitation, and right to the rim.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Now here's Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And George with the stuff.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Adams with the screen on George. Stolen by Zubac. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Pushing it up. George dishes to Morris. And that one, good. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And here's Wall. After the three-pointer from Desmond Bain. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature.
Morant kicks to Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
It's stolen by Adams. Pass to Morant. Outside Jackson. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And former Grizzlies small forward Mike Skinny Miller here in Memphis to watch the game.
Top 30 all-time in three-point percentage. He was one of the game's elite marksmen.
Now here's Wall. Morris outside. The pass to Leonard. Here's Wall, and the layup is good. 6 points for Wall.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. It's a great pass.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And Kawhi Leonard's going to take that shot all day long.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. Bain sets the screen for Morant. Jacks up a 3. Bain, no good. The Clippers have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. To the middle. Morris against Morant. The layup off target. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Deflects the pass. Wall with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Bain. Morris. Great D that time from Bain. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Now here's Morant for 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. And that one's good. Leonard.
Great dribble move there. Kawhi using refined ball handling skills to get wherever he needs to on the floor.
Morant outside. There's the 3. And another miss by Memphis. Los Angeles leading by 4. And George, here we go. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Morant outside. And again, Memphis no good. Nobody near Leonard. And he's good on the 3-ball. Leonard's got 7.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down. The game is fully in their control.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. A terrific. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Clippers.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Clippers leading by 11. Here's Wall. And the shot is good. 8 points for him.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Adams down low. Zubac defending. Adams' shot is good.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Leonard finds George. Nifty move. The kick out to Wall. Back to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Wall passes to George. Releases. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Morant passes to Bain. Those 3-pointers off the mark for Los Angeles. They've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Jackson, a screen on Leonard. Morant dishes to Jackson. Out to Morant. 3-pointer. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers leading by 14. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
It's stolen by Adams. Morant with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 4 assists in the game.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Leonard with a screen on Morant. Puts up a 3, and it's Kawhi Leonard with the 3. Leonard's got 10.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Here's Morant, and finished up by Morant.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. From deep three-point range, and again it's Memphis with the three.
Now that is impressive. It's clear Morant has made the effort to keep expanding his range.
And Wall kicks to Morris. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Outside, Bain. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
First team foul.
First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And Bain drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Wall finds George. Back to Wall. Now here's George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Kicks it out to Leonard. The three. The rebound by Steven Adams. Payne for three. Paul George grabs the miss. Wall looking for an opening. Leonard, that's for two. And they will call over the back on the play.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound. He gets whistled for the over the back.
Yeah, just might have to take it down a notch there. Don't like the result of the foul. I like the tenacity, just not the foul.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And we've reached halftime in this one. Clippers lead by 11. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the... With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Jackson is the point with Kennard on the wing. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Batum in at the 5 spot. And stolen by Williams. And now the Grizzlies, fast break, ahead. Conchar can't get it to go.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And Batum kicks to Kennard. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And if the defense is going to shut down one thing with Kennard, I'd start with the three-point shooting.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. Outside, Jones. Outside, Williams. Lets it go from deep. The Grizzlies with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 14. three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And that's a quick draw from Kennard, just pulling up before the defense has a chance to react.
Conchar, the pass to Clark. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Inside, Powell with the steal.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Williams passes to Jackson. Here's Conchar, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Memphis making a change here. Aldama's checked in. Conchar, the pass to Aldama. And they're moving it up. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Clark sets a screen for Jones.
Blocking foul call. Nick Batum. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Clark. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Clark's got his first points in this one.
You gotta know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
To the inside, Batum banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 20.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Aldama. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will come the other way. Well, we know Kennard can shoot, but Brent, he has moved up a level.
Well, Luke Kennard ended the season with the highest three-point percentage in the league, right around 45%. But there is more to his game. If you overplay him, he can drive it. He's a better playmaker than you might imagine. Makes him a really tough matchup.
Here's Conchar. Second chance effort. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Batum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Powell with it. Jones covering. Kennard for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Kennard has such good mechanics with the way he shoots it. And the moment that ball is in motion, it looks good.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And the second free throw, good. Los Angeles leading by 22. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound by Williams.
And if you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Jackson against Jones. Powell for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Jackson kicks to Kennard. 30 seconds left to play here in the third. Just 5 on the clock. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Clippers ball.
.24 seconds left in the third quarter. Just 2 to shoot. It's blocked, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Grizzlies trail by 18.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Jones, no luck. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball. And the rejection by Clark. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Clark. Here's George. Tries a three off the inbound. Here's Zubac. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Defended by George. Brooks outside. He dishes it to Morant. Back to Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Morant. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Outside, Wall. Outside, Leonard. From outside the arc. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Morant passes to Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers leading by 19 points. Here's George. Shoots the 3. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Wall against Morant. Wall, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
George looking over the floor. Here's Leonard. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Bain. Morant reaches to Jackson. Another shot. Morant passes to Jackson. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Clippers.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Here's Zubac. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Wall's shot is off. And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 16-point game. And that one's good. Morant.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Up top, Leonard. Brooks covering. Stolen by Brooks. Now, here's Morant for 3. He can't get that one to fall. The Clippers go the other way with it. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Morris kicks to Leonard. Back to Morris. On the wing, George. Zubac trying to break loose. That's good for George on the assist by Morris. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Los Angeles.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Leonard.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Leonard against Morant. Here's the screen. Up top, Bain. Over George. And again, Memphis no good. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. Morris outside. Out to the right wing. Back to Leonard. Morris outside. 6 to shoot. On deep. And it's Leonard missing. Outside, Bain. He kicks to Morant. Fires the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he sees.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
With the thought of getting a victory on the road, the T-Wolves came into the arena tonight with a look of confidence. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now here's Edwards. And it's Towns with the power finish. And as is the case most nights, we've got a lot of talent in the backcourt for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooters league is what you see most of now.
Inside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Edwards finds Towns. Back to Edwards. Puts up a 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
George outside. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
George outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And there's the foul. It's on Ivica Zubac. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Sometimes it's just better to give up the rebound instead of fighting through the guy.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. Outside for Russell. To the paint. Here's Towns. The shot that time not on target. The Clippers go the other way with it. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Leonard outside. Driving in. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rim.
Timeout called. The Clippers. Here's Wall.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Not a lot of wings are willing to score inside like Paul George. I mean, part of why he's elite at his position.
Russell finds Edwards. To the inside. Oh, Morris with a steal. Leonard passes to Morris. Leonard outside. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Gobert. It's stolen by Leonard and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Edwards against George. Leonard outside. Back to George. To the middle. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Wall against Russell. Pass to Towns. Driving inside. Gobert with it. The layup misses.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Leonard passes to George. Back to Leonard. Now Zubac. Outside Wall. Clock at 6. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
When the ball gets to Wall, he's going to be ready. The defense has to be ready, too, or he'll let it fly the second he touches it.
The kick out to Edwards. Shoots it from the high post. Here's Gobert. Deflected. Second chance effort. Tries yet again. Nifty move. And Gobert with the stuff.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And here are the Clippers now. It's a three-point game. Leonard with a screen on Russell. The three ball. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And they're on the break. McDaniels passes to Edwards. To the inside. Towns.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Here's Zubac, and it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to...
The previous play is under review.
Did he get the basket off in time or not?
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the officials.
Well, I can't see how they'd come.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
When it left his fingertips.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for Minnesota, Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Russell in at the 1.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition, has a really good understanding of how to field the lane and get where he needs to be.
Leonard, shot's good.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
It's always fun seeing the electric John Wall at the point. I mean, he's got a skill set really suited to running a high-speed NBA offense.
Towns passes to Edwards. Left side McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Here's Russell. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. McDaniels can't hit. And teams have to tailor their defense knowing that Wall is going to be running the break.
Well, the thing that makes Wall special to me, BA, is his blow-by ability. His speed, his passing, his decision-making combined. But it's that blow-by ability that sets him apart when he's healthy.
Towns against Zubac. Russell with the ball. Now Edwards. Gobert, he's open. And another basket for Minnesota.
He takes it and makes it. Gobert brings such confidence to his play on the floor.
Zubac with a screen on McDaniels. To the paint. Out to Leonard. Edwards against George. Leonard outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Morris against Towns. Outside Russell. Shot clock at 3. Back to Towns. Jacks up at 3. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Towns has got 7. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
Back to Daniels. Pass to Edwards. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Edwards has gotten 4 this quarter.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
George against Edwards. Morris with it. Down low. Here's Leonard. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Over to the left wing. Towns passes to McDaniels. There's a minute 17 left in the second period. And it's powered home by Towns.
And a good call. Towns, one of the best in the league with the catch and flush.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, L.A. is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
Wall against Russell. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Morris. Morris has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's George. Rebound Minnesota. 32 seconds left in the first half. Russell finds Edwards. Inside. From the right block. McDaniels passes to Towns. Great D that time from Zubac. Leonard outside from 13. Morris for 3. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 5. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Norman Powell out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
Pass to Forbes. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Down low. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And Covington is always looking to shoot the ball. I mean, which in turn forces defenders to get extra aggressive with him when he's going up with the shot.
And he makes both free throws. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those 2 together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
First team.
On the wing, Forbes. Here's McLaughlin. Powell covers. Forbes nails it from beyond the arc. Forbes has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Kennard. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
That's his first. Something you can't put a price tag on. The Minnesota Timberwolves gained last season. Playoff experience. Young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
And Forbes, here we go. On the wing, Forbes. They grab their own miss. On the wing, Forbes. Shot clock at 5. Here's Reid. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Nick Batum. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Forbes. Hits the trifecta. Forbes has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, that's really the biggest reason Forbes is out there, guys. Find space on the perimeter and knock down the three-point shot.
Batum sets a screen. Wing shot on the way, and he comes up with a bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Pass to Prince. Here's McLaughlin. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Forbes. The three-pointer off the mark. A minute 58 left in the third quarter. Jackson outside. Covington inside. Here's Kennard. Reid with the rebound.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Kennard outside. Here's Jackson. Knocks it loose. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Here's Reid. A slam dunk by Reid.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
Picked by Covington. Here's Kennard, and the ball out of play. The Timberwolves will have it.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Leonard passes to George. Back to Leonard. Wall against Russell. Out to Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Nice move. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And that's an intentional foul. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over.
Timeout, timeout.
You know what time it is. Let's get loud right now for your Clippers.
against Russell. Pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. It could go. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The T-Wolves. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. Here's Towns, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. The Clippers trail. Outside Wall. Kicks it to George. Lets it fly. Wall, the pass to George. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother.
Russell with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Towns passes to Russell. Oh, George with a steal. To tie it up. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And what a comeback. Do they have enough left to maintain this energy and get the win?
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
What you say?
My goodness. Come on now. Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Pass to Leonard. Over McDaniels. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Minnesota has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Here's Towns. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Russell against Wall. McDaniels up top. The kick out to Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Daniels. Unload from 13.
I love the fact that Paul George expends great energy at both ends of the floor. He's a rangy defender who's extremely disruptive.
Edwards can't hit. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Wall with it. Russell covering. Here's George. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Jaden McDaniel. That's his first.
And that one misses.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Huge bucket from Gobert, answering the call when his team needs it.
And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
George passes to Leonard. Six on the shot clock. Boy, he just hasn't been able to get a shot to fall.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Wall. Leonard outside. Pulls it from 20. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Outside McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. Pass to Towns from the arc. And Gobert with the stuff.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
George outside. 1:10 left to play in the 4th quarter. Again, the Clippers score.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Russell to pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. Edwards for 3. The shot no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard with the ball. Russell covering. To the inside. And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. It's Edwards on the wing. George defending. Edwards against George. Towns. Yes!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Having a whole lot of trouble dealing with ball. He's been a problem.
Here's Edwards. "17 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Pass to Russell. And and with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw.
And all Russell has to do is push out the distractions and focus on the task at hand. He can do this.
Not as easy as people think it is to keep your focus when there's so much riding on these free throws. Excellent work in the clutch.
And George launches it from deep. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves.
the focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Towns. They get a hand on it. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. What a terrific move that was.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player.
A drive by Russell. Edwards against Bain. Edwards passes to Towns. Moves back up. Back to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Driving inside. And Edwards with the stuff.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Smitty with Memphis. What do they need right now to make a championship run this season?
Kevin, I think the pieces are all in place. It's a matter of luck on the injury front and staying focused when the pressure's on in the biggest postseason games.
Now here's Edwards following the miss by John Morant.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Now here's Adams. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Brooks. Pass to Bain. And stolen by Russell. Drives to the hoop. The kick out to Towns. Down low. Here's Prince. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
How about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Time to get up and make some noise for your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers. Give it up for your Timberwolves dancers.
Now here's Morant. Bain with the screen on Edwards. Morant kicks to Bain. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
Not just hanging out on the perimeter, Prince showing his versatility and can challenge you at the rim.
Brooks finds Bain. Back to Brooks. Morant sets a screen for Brooks. Looking to end the run. Adams trying to free himself up. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Edwards dishes to Towns, and that one good.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Morant, and Morant throws it down.
A guy who can lull you to sleep and then burst right past you. Ja Morant on the attack.
Out to Edwards. Towns a screen on Bain. Edwards drives in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
The 3 from Morant. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. It's an 8-point differential. Edwards passes to Towns. We've got 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Here's Bain after the basket by Minnesota. Morant outside. Shot clock at 5. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Stronger than his frame might suggest. That's a big-time and one by Ja.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Russell inside, guarded by Morant. Russell kicks to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Payne finds Morant. Gobert with the block.
The wingspan of Gobert is huge, and he uses it so well to deny shooters.
Towns for 3. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 9. And we'll be back with you right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the guard position. Now a timeout called by Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Morant outside. And finished off by Morant.
I'm trying to think of someone who gets off the ground quicker than Morant. It's an exclusive list, I'll tell you.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on.
Morant against Edwards. Here's Adams. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here is Edwards. 10 points for him. Passes to Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got 7 points for the quarter.
And one of the offensive forces in the league. When Towns wants to score, it is really hard to keep him from his spots.
Here's Morant. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
More and more defenses switch everything now, Steve. And if you were coaching, is that how you'd play it? Is that how you would teach it?
You know, Kevin, yes. Sometimes you have to switch, but I think the best coaches, what they do best is they show you different looks. And timely, they'll do it. Sometimes they'll trap it. Sometimes they'll hedge the pick and roll. And sometimes they'll just go under.
To the paint, here's Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
Now Russell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Out to Edwards. And there's the drive. And Edwards with the stop.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Outside, Bane. Back to Adams. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Watch how Adams puts his physique to work, grinding up the defense and finding an inside shot.
Russell passes to Prince. And here's Edwards. 14 points for him. And Edwards with the stuff.
Even though he was dealing with a taller defender, he got big and got the job done.
Bain with the screen on Edwards. Morant kicks to Bain. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. And a wide open look for Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Impressive accuracy of Desmond Bain. He has put in the work to be a reliable three-point option.
Here's Russell. The rebound by Steven Adams. The Grizzlies trail by 10.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, GA. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes.
Towns sets the pick for Russell. The tray. Towns, no luck. And so it's Bain with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Brooks finds Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Big man plays by Steven Adams, using all of his height to dominate the offensive glass and end the play.
Bain against Russell. Towns, the pass to Prince. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Grizzlies trail by 6.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Here's Bain. He's off on that one. And so it's Minnesota. Thank you, David, and we'll be back. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers, a very high percentage of those in the first half.
Reed is out there with McDaniels. And it's Noel in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Clark, the pass to Jones. Here's Aldama. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
It's a shot you would think he would make. He just doesn't make it all the time.
To the inside. Pass to Reed. Out left to the wing. Forbes, the pass to Reed. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Reed's got his first points of the game.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
To the left side wing. Back to Williams. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14 points. McDaniels dishes to Forbes. Offline with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Here's Williams. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
The Grizzlies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. The Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Clark kicks to Williams. Six on the shot clock. That shot off, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. McDaniels passes to McLaughlin. Back to McDaniel. Stolen away. Here's Conchar. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Reed kicks to Forbes. Here's McDaniels. No good that time. Some solid defense from Clark. Here's Conchar. And rejection by McDaniels. And Clark slams it in. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's McLaughlin. Defended by Jones. McDaniels passes to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. No good with the triple. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, look, they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. McDaniels with the ball. He's against Clark. Shots good by Noel. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Brooks finds Bain. Back to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Edwards looking it over. Inside. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Towns. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
On the wing, Brooks. Off target from outside. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
They have just nailed their halftime adjustments. That's for sure. They don't want to have to sweat this one out. They're looking to pull away.
The Grizzlies shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Morant kicks to Bain. Hits the three-point bomb. Bain's got 6.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bain. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
The kick out to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jackson misses.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Edwards with it. With the drive, and Edwards with the stop.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
You know, the one thing Steven Adams gives you, night in and night out, is toughness. He helps your team set a physical tone.
Russell passes to Edwards. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Brooks against Prince. Outside, Bain. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bain getting off the ground with ease.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside, Towns. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And this is what you like to see. Big Cat using that size to his advantage.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. The focus of his speech was hustle. He told his players, those guys are going to come at us. We have to match their intensity, and we have to play with a great deal of energy. We're all in here, fellas. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Outside, Russell. Shoots in deep. And Adams sends it back.
Look at Adams using all of his impressive reach, firmly swatting that shot away.
Here's Morant. Bain looking around. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Russell kicks to Prince. Back to Russell. Prince outside. Fires the three. They get it back. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
Bain for three. Traps in the tray.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Now, here is Russell. And the pass to Prince. Back to Russell. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. From deep three-point range, Prince misses. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance performance for the Timberwolves.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Edwards.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't...
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough.
The previous play is under review.
Really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Everyone, give a big hand to your First Avenue Breaker.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team. And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of it.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Out to Morant. Back to Jackson. From deep, Brooks misses. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear... .2K Sports brings you the NBA on a Friday afternoon. We are in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the center position. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Wall kicks to Leonard. No good on the 3. Memphis with the ball. Brooks, the pass to Bain. And it's sent back by George.
Well, this is what makes Paul George special. Elite two-way plays, and that send-it-back block sends a message to the offense. I'm here tonight, folks.
Here's the break. Payne for 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Los Angeles. You know, Doris, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And here's Brooks from outside. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Now Wall. Here's Leonard. And Wall. Here we go now. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Wall.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Grant. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Outside, George. The pass to Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Well, Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score it at an elite level, and he passes it well, too.
Morant kicks to Bain. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Wall finds Zubats. Back to Wall. Morris outside. George looking over the floor. Pass to Zubats. Morant against Wall. Morant with some nice D. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
While he is deliberate, Kawhi Leonard reads the defense and knows when and where to put a pass. That was beautifully done.
Now here's Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George. Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
George with the bucket.
Well, no hesitation. The full arsenal on display here. The catch and shoot, rise and fire. Yes, Paul George.
Outside, Bain. It's hauled in by Zubats. Clippers leading by 4. George passes to Leonard. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. And Adams with the slam.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Now here's George. 5 points in the game. Sinks the triple. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Morant. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Brooks dishes to Adams. Morant scanning the floor. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Outside, George. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He not. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And guys, I love the movement, doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandems for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Morant after the Clippers pick up 2. There's the triple. It's good from long range. Morant's got 7 points.
Now, how about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Ball passes to Zubac. Back to Wall. Morris outside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant outside. Passes it to Bane. Out to Morant. Back to Bane. It's Brooks on the wing. 6 to shoot. Morant against Morris. And then Morant slams it in.
And how about that display of athleticism by Morant, flying up in the air for the jam.
George dishes to Leonard. Back to George. Over in the corner, Zubac. Wall against Morant. Wall's shot is off. And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Clippers with the ball. Following the score by Memphis. And Leonard has it in the corner. Evaluating recent attempts, Doris, to create super teams. They haven't quite worked out as planned, have they?
What we understand now is the game isn't played on paper. So many things go into winning. Chemistry, health, and if you risk your future trying to put together a super team with no consideration for what comes next, that can be problematic.
Here's Zubac. And nothing is falling for him right now. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Morant against Wall. Nobody near George. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. George has got 11.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Morant against Wall. And Adams with the slam.
Well, Steven Adams is a formidable presence on the interior. Nice finish.
Outside, George. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team.
Now here's Leonard. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. 5 to shoot. Sweet move. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Zubac. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Morant. 14 points for him. On the wing, Bain. Morant outside. Shot clock at 6. Wall with a block.
That's the length of John Wall. Boy, this guy has been so consistently good defensively.
LA has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside, George. Out to Morris. Back to George. In the corner, it's Morris. Here's Zubac. Outside, Wall. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Steven Adams picks one up.
When John Wall has been healthy, this guy has been a consistently solid force with his speed and ability to get downhill. Really incredible awareness.
Outside, Jones. Outside, Williams. Shoots over Leonard. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. We've got Brandon Clark. Williams is out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Conchar in at the shooting guard position. Covington with it, guarded now by Clark. It's Powell on the wing. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, you have to understand what the defense is doing. If they give you an opportunity to set up a teammate, Luke Kennard will take it.
Jones, the pass to Conchar. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now, here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. Kicks it to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Here's Covington. And good that time. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Really good job by Covington to get good position and finish.
Here's Conchar. Kennard covering. And it's Clark with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Takes it out to Covington. Up top, Powell. He's guarded by Williams. Covington wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Covington's got 5 points in the quarter.
Covington has made himself a viable and legitimate three-point shooter. How about that one?
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Outside Jackson. Bain looking around. There's the drive.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Jackson kicks to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Here's the three. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
What's interesting to me is when somebody takes a buyout, that typically means they're close to done. That is not the case with Nick Batum. He got bought out of Charlotte in 2020, and he's still a very good basketball player.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. And Memphis also making a switch. Jones checked in for Morant. Here's Leonard, and Adams sends it back.
This is one of the toughest bigs in the league. Steven Adams challenging opponents defensively. Nicely done.
Bain passes to Adams for the lead. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Talking about Batum, that buyout door seemed to really rejuvenate him.
That's exactly right, Kevin. He moves to L.A., and we know everyone loves playing in that city. All of Batum's numbers went way up, and you have to wonder, maybe that buyout refocused him.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Outside, Bain. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Adams, and the Grizzlies tack on two more.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Los Angeles has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Now here's Wall. And Adams sends it back. Here's Bain. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bain's got 4 this quarter.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Here's Wall. And he banks in the layup. Wall's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
John Wall is assertive when he touches the paint. This guy always capable of doing damage inside.
Here's Jones. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. George finds Morris. Missed inside. The Grizzlies have gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Here's Bain. Makes it off the glass. Bain's got 6 points.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
7-second difference shot in game clock before he launched that one from way outside. And the Clippers lead by 1.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
This is his first free throw of the game. And Bain drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside, George. And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand.
The previous play is under review.
It's over. But it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay?
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by a bucket. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem form, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Clippers moving the ball around. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Morant with the ball. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris, adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Bain against George. Morant outside. And finished off by Morant.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
The pass to Wall. Leonard against Brooks. Clock at 6. The kick out to Wall. Back to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Outside, Wall. Poke loose. Jackson dishes to Morant. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Wall with the steal. Offensive rebound.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He said, we're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated. He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And just so many different ways Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
Leonard with a screen on Bain. Launches a three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
No stranger to big moments. Morant wants to be the man to take and make the big shot.
And Wall kicks to George. From outside the arc, Brooks grabs the board. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Morant. And the rejection by Zubac. They grabbed their own miss, and that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
It's stolen by Wall.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Wall passes to George. And that one drops for him. George has got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
Well, Paul George simply stated as playing at a high level, getting to his spots and riding this wave of scoring.
Morant with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And Wall kicks to George. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Adams. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Zubac against Adams. All with it. Outside, George. Back to Wall. Kicks it out to Leonard. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The three from Morant. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 15-6 run. George dishes the Wall. Morris outside. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Three-point shootout champion. Thanks, Allie. So the Clippers win the tip. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. To the middle. Here's George. And the jam by George.
You think about the growth of Kawhi Leonard's game, where in the first few seasons had very few assists as a playmaker, and now it's a key part of his game.
Gobert with a screen on George. Throws it up high. Oh, and Gobert powers it home. This should be an active game. Two squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brent.
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. It's going to be a lot of fun. Think about the rookie year that PG had, where he shot under 30% from the three-point line, but all that tireless work in the offseason, and now such a vital part of his game.
Towns gets the bucket.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Wall. Here's George. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. To the paint. Tipped. Oh, George with a steal. Russell against Leonard. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Towns. Free throw is good from Russell.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
Now here's Edwards. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And maybe one of the best at the alley-oop. Gobert is great at reading the D and getting eye contact with the passer and finish.
Here's Leonard. Kicks it to George. Launches a three. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 8 points. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, it's moving them well into the right direction.
He shoots it. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron, and it falls. He's got 10.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Pass to Prince. The three is up. Edwards. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's Wall. Morris finds Wall. Now Leonard. 6 to shoot. And a miss there on the triple. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Towns with the ball from deep. It's rebounded by George. The three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
Poke loose. Oh, George with a steal. And stolen by Edwards.
He is so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there.
Pass to Towns. Outside for Russell. Fires for three. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Five on the clock. The three. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Leonard on the wing. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Outside Wall. George outside. Launches it. Pure from three-point range. George has got 13.
George gets it going, and he is a rock right now on offense. Sturdy, steady, and strong.
Pass to Prince. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Leonard. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. The first free throw is good.
With Kawhi, it's not about really so much improvement as it is refining his game. And he's now hitting around 90% of his free throws. That's just remarkable stuff.
Outside Russell. The kick out to Edwards. He gets it off. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
They have also been superb at blocking shots. Just the timing has been impeccable, setting the tone on the defensive end and making those guys think about what they're doing with the ball.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their 2nd winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere.
Pass to Leonard. Now here's George. Leonard on the wing. The kick out to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard outside. Top of the key. The shot, no good. So Minnesota will take it the other way. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game. But I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
Here's Prince. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Towns for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
George finds Leonard. Back to George. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
And there's the strength of Paul George just powering through, and it takes on the contact.
Now here's Russell. Towns for 3. Nails it from 3. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Kicks it to George. Morris outside for 3. Knocks down the triple.
We look at the career of Paul George, and it's those passing numbers that have greatly improved, and he's an effective playmaker.
Now here's Russell. Pass to Prince. To the left wing. And here's Russell. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Gobert. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
George outside. Fires the 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Russell, the pass to Towns. That one is off.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And it's the Clippers on the break. Leonard finds Morris. Kicks it to George. Lets it go from deep. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Timberwolves have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Pass to Gobert. Back to Prince. Gobert with a screen on Leonard to the inside. And Gobert with the stuff.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
George passes to Morris. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. And he lobs it up to the rim. And Gobert with the stuff.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Here's Wall. Leonard for 3. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one.
You give him a nice pass, there's a good chance Kawhi Leonard's going to bury a shot like that.
Now here's Russell. 12 seconds left in the first half. Now Edwards. Down low. Oh, Morris with a steal. George, a deep 3.
Russell affected that shot.
And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Paul George has been sensational.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Jalen Noel out there with Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Batum finds Jackson. Out to Covington. Pass to Batum. There's the triple. He drops it from range. Batum's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep rim.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps when you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
Pass to McLaughlin. Outside McDaniels. Powell against Anderson. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Another miss by Minnesota. The Clippers in the lead. Powell passes to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Stolen by Jackson. From deep 3-point range. That shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Pass to Reid. Here's McLaughlin. Outside Anderson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside McDaniels. The 3 is up, and they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. The Clippers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. There's a screen. Kennard outside. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The 3 ball sends it home from 3-point land. And now it's an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
And as long as Kennard keeps knocking down those threes, he's going to get more opportunity.
To the middle. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Jackson, pass to Kennard. Powell right side. Batum with it. Back to Powell. Kennard outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Tries it from 19. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's McLaughlin. Powell covers. Pass to Noel. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Covington. Now Kennard. And he dunks it down.
And Kennard saw the opening, got up there, and really threw it down.
And Grant, a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Noel. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Look out below!
You got no chance of defending him right there. Here's Kennard. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Noel. Pass to McDaniels. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Kennard outside. Takes the three. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Yeah, really good job by Reggie Jackson just finding the shooter and feeding him.
Kicks it out to Anderson. From downtown. Counted from distance.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Kennard outside. It's Powell on the wing. Launches a three. No good on the shot. Outside, Anderson. 4-3.
Multiple defensive positions is why Covington has the value he does for this team.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Really mucking it up on defense. Active hands, multiple efforts, forcing turnovers. We'll be right back with you shortly. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for Los Angeles, the two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. Well, the Timberwolves shooting the rock well at 46%. Russell against Wall. George with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
Russell against Wall. Outside Edwards. Now here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. It's stolen by Leonard. And stolen by Edwards. Inside. Here's Towns. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on even to Zubats.
And it is so tough to disrupt Towns' shot. I mean, when he shoots, he's so disciplined and locked in. Oh, so impressive.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
And more, it should just sink in that Paul George is one of the most accurate three-point shooters in the league.
Russell, the pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Edwards against George. The three is up. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here's Edwards outside. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Leonard. Outside Wall. Leonard against Russell. Morris outside. Shot clock at 5. Leonard attacking. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Well, what makes Kawhi Leonard so effective on those kinds of drives is the kind of pace he goes at it with. He's able to decipher the defense and knows where the help is coming from, and yet he still scores.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Pass to George. Here's the 3. Towns with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Gobert finds Edwards. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it, through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Now here's Wall. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to George. From deep. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Russell to pass to Towns. Here's Brent. Here's Gobert. Goes back up. Prince can't hit. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Now here's Morris. Pass to George. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And he's going for the oop here.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Way to capitalize on the mistake that leads to the bucket. Gotta love it.
That's why you can't afford to just turn it over to him, because he's going to do stuff like that to make you pay just right down the throat.
Pass to George. Back to Morris. Now here's Wall. So the Clippers win it. Exceptional. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
You know, the first thing you think of with both these teams, Greg, their athleticism. Some high flyers on the court tonight.
And, Kev, it's not just about the aerial skills, though. There are some guys out there who can flat out wear you down with their ability to run the floor.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And here is Bane. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Memphis with the ball. And, oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. A 3-pointer off the mark. Prince against Brooks. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Prince, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. 4-point game. Brooks setting a pick for Morant. Out to Brooks. Prince against Morant. Lays it up off the glass.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
Thanks, David. 6 to shoot. Back to Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Now here's Morant. Outside, Bane. Brooks the pass to Morant. Changes up. That shot, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
And here are the Grizzlies now after the basket by Minnesota. Out to Brooks. On the wing, Bane. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Adams. Second chance shot. He lays it in.
You have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
1:37 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Russell. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Morant with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Russell looking around. Towns a screen on Morant. The kick out to Towns. And another three for Minnesota.
Among big men, Towns is one of the very best spot-up shooters there is, and very consistent on the catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. Drains it from 17 feet out. Morant's got 8 points.
And I really feel like he just wanted us to see that leaner there. That's a shot he's very comfortable with.
Russell passes to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Payne for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Russell against Morant. Russell kicks to Edwards. To the middle. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Nice read by Edwards there, finding a wide-open teammate and sending the ball his way on target.
Payne with the screen on Edwards. Outside, Payne. The 3. The leaner. No good on the last second attempt there. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He got into double.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Payne. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Now Morant. Outside, Payne. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota leading by 7. Edwards passes to Towns. Payne against Russell. The pass to Gobert. No good on that one. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Payne against Russell. Payne drives in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And the rejection by Jackson. Morant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Out to Morant. Passes it to Brooks. Back to Jackson. A crossover. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming out. That one is on Towns.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
Mark, just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
Here's Brooks. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Brooks finds Payne. Out to Brooks. It's tipped. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. Russell passes to Prince. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Boy, nice job that time by Prince to stay focused and not lose control of the shot despite drawing the foul.
The Timberwolves have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant outside. Outside, Bain. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Outside, Russell. Outside, Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards inside, guarded by Morant, and finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Morant. He's got 8. Here's Bain. Gobert with the defensive effort.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Towns, a screen on Morant. Outside, Towns. Driving to the basket. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
You know, Karl Anthony Towns can put up an easy, low-stress 30 or 40 points. And when he gets rolling, he's a joy to watch.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
The drive by Russell. Out to Edwards. A baseline jam, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Bain for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Bain's got 14 points.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Edwards looking it over. Towns, a screen on Bain. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
Free throw good, Edwards. And Edwards drops them both. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Morant outside. The offensive rebound, Jackson. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the fight. Thank you, David. And folks,
25, the Timberwolves, 32.
Playing through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Desmond Bain really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him. Oh, my goodness! Come on now.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Morant. Here's McDaniels, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Jackson misses.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Forbes the pass to Reed, and he dunks it down.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 9 points. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Timberwolves making a change here. Rivers checked in.
First team. Now to the lineup for the Timberwolves. Austin Rivers.
Brooks with no one around. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Pass to Forbes. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Brooks dishes to Adams. The shake. Left side Jackson. Wide open shot is on the money.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Rivers passes to Noel. Back to Rivers. 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. Clark kicks to Brooks. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Over to the left wing. And here's Forbes from the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Forbes has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Timberwolves. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Now here's Rivers. Out to the wing. Forbes dishes to Rivers. Back to Forbes. Screen by McDaniel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Brooks. And they're pushing it up. Here's Clark, and slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Rivers. Pass to Noel. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jaren Jackson. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Yeah, look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year. 78%, so not too bad. And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they perform at the line.
Outside, Jones. And a wide open look for Payne. Memphis the rebound. Back to Jones. Off with the layup. Minnesota leading by 10. Takes it inside. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Timberwolves have gotten every shot to drop since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here is Forbes. He has 6. An easy 2 points on the layup. Forbes has got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves.
You know, for a sharpshooter like Forbes, guys, getting points inside can only help him be more effective on the perimeter. It actually add a step to his quickness.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Timberwolves lead by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Clark is out there with Jackson, and it's Jones in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Russell passes to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Clark. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. And we had an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Steven Adams comes in for Brandon Clark. And it's John Morant in for Tyus Jones. Towns finds Prince. Out to Russell. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Great awareness. Shot clock ticking down. D'Angelo to the rescue.
Morant passes to Jackson. Payne for 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Out to Russell. Bain against Towns. And so they foul intentionally.
Desmond Bain. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Towns. He feeds it to Gobert. And it's blocked! And he keeps control of the ball. Three-pointer, Brooks. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Steven Adams picks one up.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
Hey guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Bain, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Jackson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Out to Brooks. Morant passes to Brooks. Outside Jackson. Back to Brooks. Will it go? Gets the three-pointer to fall.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Now the pass to Towns. Six to shoot. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Adams dishes to Jackson. Back to Adams. Memphis moving that ball around. Jackson down low. Gobert on him. Towns with the steal. Adams against Gobert, and Towns throws it down.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Out to Brooks for the three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Towns, high post. Jackson on him. Just 5 to shoot. Prince wide open. Drains the three-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding
for the Timberwolves.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in there, but every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Adams against Edwards. Prince outside. From deep. It's rebounded by Memphis. Payne finds Adams. A baseline J. The shot, no good. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.